In this video, we're gonna do an introduction and we're gonna see the interface of VRAY for SketchUp. So we're gonna see how the plugin for SketchUp is gonna work and what are the main tools, toolbars, and panels, so that you can start to understand how to work with the VRAY for SketchUp. Now, this is gonna be a really simple video, but in the following videos, we're gonna increase the level of difficulty. So we're gonna start simple, we're gonna start from the basic things for everyone, and then we will proceed to more complex and in-depth videos with many examples. So first of all, you need to have your VRAY installed, and we're gonna see how we can check right away if it's working or if it's not. I'm gonna give you also a couple of suggestions about how to check if everything is all right. Now, just for the real beginners, pretty quick. What we do with VRAY, basically it's creating photorealistic images or photorealistic renderings that we can use for architectural visualization. And this is a plugin, so you need to have, of course, SketchUp installed. So if you didn't already, go and download SketchUp. You can download also the student version. You can download the free trial version, same as VRAY. So just search for the official website, download, install. If you don't know how to do that, you can check another video explaining to you all the process to download and install both SketchUp and also VRAY. So if you want, you can also type your questions if you find something to be difficult for you. Also, you can give suggestions to other users. Now, this is going to be the welcome screen of SketchUp. You can start with a really simple scene. In my case, I'm going to use this really simple project that I have created in another video about SketchUp only without VRAY. And this is going to be enough for what we need to do right now. We are just starting. And again, we are doing just simple things, just a simple introduction and the interface. Now, if you want to, you can also use the components, and you can add components into the scenes if you want to make it richer, or you can go into 3D warehouse, and from here you can download scenes that you can use to test, to make the first tests using VRAY for SketchUp. Now, where everything is set, the only thing you need to do to check if VRAY is correctly installed is to go right here, right click on this empty part of this main toolbar and check if these are available. These are the toolbars that you see here. Now I can, for example, deactivate one just to show you. And if I want to bring that on, I will right click again and click on VRAY for SketchUp main toolbar. Now this is the main toolbar. It's where the most important panels and tools will be. And these other are also important, but let's say that they are secondary, and we are gonna see this later on in other videos. And you can already see that this one here is focused on the V-Ray lights. You can create natural lighting, you can create artificial lights from this panel or toolbar. And also we have V-Ray objects like the V-Ray infinite plane and the proxies. And also you can create grass and fur using this other object here. You can have a clipper and you can use the displacement effects. So these are kind of a mixed tools that you can use to create different objects. And I'm gonna explain also the proxies, really important, and I'm gonna explain this later. And the V-Ray utilities, again, you have like a couple of tools here that are gonna help you with the widgets that you find inside the at the view. And here you have the mapping, so this is gonna be used with the materials, and it's gonna be again later in another video. And this one here is the scene interaction tool, which is pretty interesting, and it's used to inspect different V-Ray objects and elements inside the scene. So definitely this is the most important one, especially when you begin to work with V-Ray in SketchUp. Now also you have in the extensions menu the V-Ray part, which is gonna contain all these things that you see in the toolbars, and also some other thing here that we will use later. And lastly, if you want to be really sure that VRAY is up and running, you can go here into the extension manager and you can see the VRAY, it's right here, and you can enable and disable VRAY from here. So make sure that it's enabled. This is one thing you want to make sure if you want that VRAY is gonna work. Okay, and also you can find it in the extension warehouse. So I can search for VRAY inside the extension warehouse and get it from here. If I didn't already, you should find, there you go. So you'll click here and it's gonna show you the, well, it's called the extension. I usually call this plugin or add-in. You'll find also here lots of informations. Okay, now let's proceed and check the basic panels in VRAY. Which are the basic panels? First of all, the VRAY frame buffer. So I always start with the frame buffer because this is gonna help me to see if everything is working correctly. So if I click here and I open up this really important panel, I'm just waiting now to have this open it. Okay. And if this doesn't open, it's gonna be a bad sign. So maybe something went wrong. So the first thing, well, it's gonna be good if it's gonna open. Otherwise, sometimes I restarted everything. When I see something that is not working, I usually restart the software and also sometimes the computer. Now the first test that we can run is to click on this teapot here, teapot icon, which is the standard rendering process or the classic render. And there you go. So if I see my model, this means that VRAY is correctly up and running. Now, if it doesn't do that, there could be many reasons, but I think that the most common are two reasons. So the first reason is that your license hasn't been retrieved or activated, or you didn't access the website in the first place when you first opened the VRAY for SketchUp the first time. So make sure that you have a working license, make sure that you have logged in and that you have activated that license. And if you did, then you shouldn't have problems in this first test. But if you do, again, try to restart. Sometimes it works by restarting. Try to, again, do the login. And well, you can always contact the support center. You can also write here and write your comments. Maybe it's just a small issue and maybe we can help you or another user can give you some advice. So this is the first test that you should run. Now, another possibility is that you could see everything totally black or totally white, and this could be fixed with a couple of easy steps. So if I close this down, now the first thing I would consider if I see everything black is to go here in the shadows panel and check the settings for the shadows. So let's say that these are turned off, and this could be because this is an option that you have in SketchUp. And again, you run the render. Okay, now this is, I remember this was an old issue, but now I think they fixed this. So it doesn't matter if you have the shadows activated or deactivated in SketchUp. But from here, you can check maybe if there is something not correct. But again, this was, I believe, something that they fixed. So let's run a test again. You can also run the render from here. Okay, yeah, definitely this was an old issue, and I solved that by restarting basically. But I think there is no problem here. And now we can go and change the sun settings. So if you change the sun settings here, of course, it's gonna change directly also the sun and sky in VRAY. So VRAY sun and sky is directly now connected to the sun and sky in SketchUp. And there you go. So this could be our first render. Well, now make sure that also another issue could be that you are in a, well, let's say that we are in, let's say 10 p.m. and in a very cold season here. So you have time and date you can set. And let's run another render. Okay, and this is gonna be an issue because maybe you think you're rendering, but you're not. Well, you actually are, but you're not seeing anything because it's too dark. So be careful that the lightning inside your scene it's enough to see something. Otherwise, you probably think that V-Ray is not working, but it's not like that. It's just a wrong setting in the shadows here. And sometimes this could happen to the beginners or less experts. But again, these are just some possible case scenarios, but if everything is running smoothly from the beginning, you shouldn't bother about all these tips. And now let's go here in the main toolbar, because this one here, again, is the most important panel probably, but there is another one, which is the asset editor. So these are the two most important panels that you will use in VRAY for SketchUp. So start to get familiar with these two. And so in the VRAY frame buffer, we usually run the renders and create some post-production effects, create effects concerning lights. We also have a new tool which is called Light Mix, which is really interesting, and we're gonna check that later on. So you can work here with channels, you can work with a little bit like in Photoshop. You can check some statistics. So it's basically a panel focused on the last part of your work, which is going to be the render or final render. And the V-Ray Asset Editor instead, it's a more like a management tool where you can manage all the different materials, all the lights, the V-Ray objects that you are using. Well, basically, it's showing you everything concerning V-Ray. So all the V-Ray assets that you are using into the scene are going to be stored into this panel. And you can see here we have materials, we have lights, we have geometry, and also we have layers. And sorry, these are render elements, which are kind of layers inside the render. You have textures and also other important settings for the final render. And again, we have the classic teapot to run the render again. And we can open the V-Ray frame buffer also from here. So again, these are the most important panels that you will need in V-Ray, and we are gonna use pretty frequently. Now, this is not the only way you can render in V-Ray for SketchUp. So if you are accustomed to use SketchUp and navigating into the scene and working your materials and all the other elements inside this big SketchUp 3D view, you can also activate another way for the rendering, which is the Viewport Render. So if you click on the Viewport Render, you're not gonna need the V-Ray frame buffer open. You can just render the scene right away into the SketchUp view. And this is gonna be a more, well, it's gonna be easier, for example, here to change the light and try to find the correct one for you, the sunlight and the skylight. So this is gonna definitely be easier, but then it's gonna be also heavier for your machine because this is a continuous rendering process that's it's gonna restart every time you're gonna move into the scene, or every time you're gonna change some setting, or every time you're gonna add some other geometry. It's gonna restart and re-render all over again in a kind of a loop, constant loop. So this is going to be really heavy for your machine, but it's also pretty useful because you can see the changing happening in real time, interactively, and right into the SketchUp viewport. So this is going to be it for this first introductory video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.